This is for the John Adams High School newspaper, the John Adams Tower. I'm Seth Kirkpatrick, and right now I'm here with
Tamro.
What? Tamro. At the Trump rally. Ma'am, why are you here tonight?
Because we love Trump.
Any reasons why?
He's awesome.
He loves America.
He loves America, and he's going to make it great again.
Have you seen any benefits from when he got into office up until now in your life? Have you noticed anything for the better?
They're going to rebuild the wall. I think that's what we need.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much. All right, and Nate, why are you here tonight?
I'm here to support Trump.
And why do you support him?
Well, I'm a Republican, and he's Republican, so he kind of goes with my ideas that I have.
And have you noticed any difference for the better since he's been in office?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we're increasing our national security and our border, and I like that. So.
Awesome, thank you. And what's your name?
Lucy Turner.
All right, Lucy, why are you here tonight?
To support Donald Trump.
And why are you supporting him?
Because I'm a Republican and I agree with some of the things that he's doing and I like him.
Have you noticed a difference for the better since he's been in office?
Yeah, he's been making America great again, and he's been helping schools be safe, and yeah.
So what's your name?
Greg Yapel.
Greg Yapel. So, Mr. Yapel, why are you here today?
Well, we were in the area and we saw on the news that this was going on today, so we came over about 11 o'clock and sat in line and waited to get in because I wanted to hear our president speak.
Do you support him?
Absolutely, yes.
And why do you support him, sir?
Because he is a politician that does what he said he was going to do, and in my lifetime, that's the first politician that I have run across that actually has accomplished what he said he was going to accomplish.
Have you noticed a difference for the better since he's been in office?
Well, yes, economically and in many other ways. The world has more respect for America. Our economy is picking up. The border is clearing up. We spent about a month or so down by the border in Mexico and Arizona, and the illegal traffic has somewhat subsided. We still need a wall, but it's better than it was, just because the Border Patrol is being allowed to do their job.
Wonderful. Thank you very much. Good night.
Well, when he announced 7 days ago that he was going to be here, I thought that I would never really get a chance to. But when my mom wanted me to come here at 10 a.m. to sit here for 12 hours, I sort of jumped at it because I feel like he is doing a lot of great things for America, like jobs and such like that. But I just feel like he doesn't really get as much credit as he deserves.
And have you noticed a difference for the better since he's been in office?
Oh yeah, definitely. Like Elkhart's unemployment. Like when my aunt was principal here, I wasn't allowed to walk the streets, because I would probably have gotten kidnapped. Like that neighborhood was god awful, but now it's just amazing.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much. Yeah, no problem. So what's your name?
Benjamin Scott.
So Benjamin, why are you here tonight?
Wanted to hear what the president had to say.
And did you like what he had to say?
Yeah, I thought it was great. The man truly loves America and loves Americans, and he's trying to put forth practical strategies that actually make people's lives better and not just politics that kind of trap people in bad socioeconomic circumstances.
Have you noticed a difference for the better since he's been in office?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, when you look at how the market's performed, the market has gone up, the demand for work, even where I work, we're seeing a higher demand for business. So I think the business community as a whole has gone up. I think that there's some divisiveness from certain groups that isn't constructive, but that's the choice those people are making. And I think we'd be better if we were one America, but maybe that'll come in time.
Do you believe that Donald Trump is in full support of the LGBTQ community?
Well, absolutely he is. As a matter of fact, he just appointed an openly gay ambassador to Germany who was sworn in 2 weeks ago. Was it 2 weeks ago? About a week ago. That's the highest ranking ambassador in the history of our country. And Vice President Pence, who gets a very bad rap for his support of LGBTQ issues, swore him in. So I think it's pretty sure that he has that support. I mean, he's from New York, so what would you know? I think he believes strongly about social issues, but I think he understands the importance of human rights for every American.
Well, thank you very much. Have a good night.
Cheers.
Hello, what's your name?
Christian.
And why are you here today, Christian?
I don't know. I don't like the president.
And why don't you like the president?
I don't know, because he wants us out of here and he wants to build a wall.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much. What's your name?
Aaron.
So, Aaron, why are you here today?
Disgust.
Disgust about what?
Our president.
And in what ways are you disgusted by our president?
His behavior, his attitude toward his job, his foreign policy, his domestic policy. Even W was able to get a few things right. This man is a shit flinger, if you'll excuse my language.
So I'm noticing your sign here. It says "respect existence" or or "expect resistance." Can you please explain that?
It's an environmental message. If we don't actually pay attention to the environment and respect it, our cities are going to flood.
Vote for other kinds of politicians and get these people out of office who don't respect existence.
Have you noticed a difference for the worse since Donald Trump has come into office?
Yeah, there's a lot more white supremacists walking around.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much. So, Aaron, why are you here tonight?
I'm here because I don't believe that Trump represents Michiana or Elkhart. We are a very diverse community with hard blue-collar workers, immigrants, and African Americans and religions of every creed. And a lot of the rhetoric that he's been saying since his original campaign started doesn't represent our community. And so I'm out here protesting that.
What kind of rhetoric has he been saying that doesn't really represent the community?
I think a lot of the anti-immigrant rhetoric, especially calling all Mexicans murderers and rapists, but some are good people, things like that. That's just not true. And as well as insulting a disabled reporter, things like that, just really cruel things. Many anti-women statements that I don't agree with personally, and I know the majority of Elkhart citizens don't agree with as well.
Have you noticed a difference for the better or for the worse since Donald Trump came to presidency?
I've noticed, I think, an increase in rhetoric on both sides, vitriol rhetoric against each side. I mean, this has been going on all day, just yelling at each other. And we've had a few cases where people have hugged and met in the middle and had conversations and things, but overall, I hadn't really witnessed this before Trump became president.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much, sir. Awesome. So what's your name, sir?
My name is Daniel Ordinero.
So, Daniel, why are you here tonight?
Why am I here tonight? I am here because I am here to support dreamers. Dreamers like me, people that were brought to this country by their parents without an option. And by the way, I am not a border jumper. I actually came here with a visa. My family, my parents chose to stay. They chose for me when I was 10 years old. So now, you go through elementary, you go through junior high, you go through high school. Now you're faced with the reality that it's time for college. Well, guess what, buddy? Unfortunately, I cannot get any grants because I don't have a Social Security. I applied for the Dream Act. The Dream Act gets taken away. So what do I do now? I don't want to be a weight to the country. I don't want to be, like I said, a weight. I don't want to be a responsibility for the country. I want to produce. I want to make. I want to do something for this country. I'm already living here, especially Venezuela. I don't know if you know anything about Venezuela today, but Venezuela has one of the worst economies in the world. How horrible! Dude, even worse than Mexico. And I was actually blessed enough to come here before everything started going really, really, really bad in my country. Because today we have it's a socialist country. And long story short, I'm here because I want to support the dreamers. What am I supposed to do now that I'm here in the United States? This is all I know, right? My parents brought me here. I didn't choose to come here. I'm thankful they brought me here today. But what am I supposed to do now, And yet, a lot of people, they want to look at the people that are under my situation, you know, like dreamers. They want to look at us as if, you know, we're just illegals, that we came here, we jumped the border. No, dude, it is not like that. Our parents brought us here. You know, our parents brought us here. We're here to study. You know, we went to school here. We speak English. We speak Spanish. Okay. You know, we're trying to, like I said, we're trying to add on to the economy. You know, literally about $50 million in the economy were added on because of the fact that the DREAM Act was passed, right? So what's gonna happen with all those $50 billion that, you know, that we contributed to the economy? You know, like when you're taking away from the DREAM Acts, you're taking away from the economy, literally. Doctors, bye-bye. You know, we're talking about doctors, lawyers, you know, literally, you know, it could be majors, you know, it could be, you know, people that work for the city council, you know, they have a voice. There's a reason why they're in the, you know, in the position that they are today. But because of the fact that, you know, Donald Trump does not support the DREAM Act, he wants to take it away, right? So now he's also removing nurses, he's removing teachers, he's removing lawyers from, you know, from all these professional places that when these people could have been of help, you know? You're literally taking away from the economy when you can add on into it. So my point is, why would you wanna take away something of such a huge, great benefit to the country? Do you get what I'm saying?
I completely understand what you're saying.
And so, you know, that's just one of the reasons why I'm out here today, because, like I said, I am a dreamer, and I'm here to support, you know, my people, you know, the people that are under the same kind of situation that I am, you know, because, like I said, it's not fair and it's not fun to be in that kind of situation where, you know, hey, man, guess what? I'm a senior. Next year I get to go to college. You know, next year I get to go to IU University. Well, guess what? I go to talk to my high school counselor. She tells me, okay, Daniel, well, you want to start filling out applications? I'm like, hey, sure, you know, whatever. We start filling out applications, and then, you know, in the application it says, give me your social security number. I'm like, oh, I don't know my social security number. I go home and I ask my mom, hey, mom, what's my social security number? And she's like, hey, well, we don't have one because you're not legal. When yet, my whole 4 years of high school, I was dreaming and thinking what I was going to be and how my college life was going to be. You know, so now what? So now I have to go and look for a factory job where they don't check social securities because unfortunately that's the situation that I'm under. I don't think it's fair. I think it's very unfortunate that they have people like me, you know. But unfortunately, we were brought here without a choice. We didn't come here with a choice. I didn't wake up one day being 11 years old and I said, hey, I'm going to go to America and I'm going to stay there, you know, and I'm going to pick my life over there. No. Because I actually had a good life in Venezuela. I actually didn't have any needs. You know, actually, my parents had a good life, and we had the opportunity to come here legally. You know, they decided to stay. That's a different situation. And we only did it because there's better education here. So my whole point is, why would you not want to contribute to society? Why would you not want to help the economy grow? Why? You know, that's just what it seems to amaze me, how we can have a president that spreads on so much hate, you know, and so much ignorance, you know. Obviously I think, you know, it's a good idea to have immigration control, but guess what, dude? I'm not even Mexican. Like I said, I'm not Mexican. I didn't jump the border or anything, but guess what, dude? They're not gonna stop from coming over here, dude. They're gonna rather go under or above, but they're gonna keep coming, you know. Yeah, it's good to control immigration, but you know what, dude? Honestly, dude, wasting about $700 billion on a wall is not gonna do any good. Besides that, you also gotta take into consideration maintenance costs. You know, because yeah, that's just one cost, you know, one set price. But what about maintenance? You know, what about places where, you know, let's say that the border patrol cannot control those, you know, those spots, and then in a year they build up, you know, they make a hole. People are pouring in through there. Tell me where the efficiency of a wall comes in the whole picture. You know, they're gonna keep coming, dude. What we need to do is just literally start enforcing the law and stop worrying about a freaking wall, dude. The wall is not gonna do shit, you know. And yeah, unfortunately, guess what, dude? If we do start enforcing the law, unfortunately, that means that if they start enforcing the law, they're gonna come after people like me. Literally, they're gonna come after people like me. They're gonna send me back to Venezuela. And what the hell am I gonna do in Venezuela? You know, what am I gonna do over there when all I've known is the United States? You know, and it's a very unfortunate situation, but that is why I'm here today, because I'm here to support the dreamers, and I believe that we should be given a chance. You know, we should be given a chance to contribute to society. You know, and so like I said, I'm here for that, and I want, you know, the fellow Hispanics, tell your parents, you know, come out and support, you know, vote if you can. You know, don't be ignorant, dude. Don't just think about yourself, dude. Think about your parents. Think about the future of your kids. You know, like, do you really want to grow? You know, do you really want to raise kids with a president that talks about women the way he does? Because I am not going to make the comments that he's made, but we all know what he said about women. And so, when you start looking at the whole picture, you know, not only what he said about that, he's also made fun of American heroes. You don't make fun of American heroes, dude. You don't do that. That's just a disgrace. You know, as an American citizen, he should be disgraced because you don't do that. Besides that, you know, like making fun of mentally handicapped, you know, also making fun of Mexicans, calling them rapists. You don't do that. You know, you don't do that. And it's just, I don't think we should have a president today that, you know, that speaks that way.